Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Spankster 206. You guys have been downloading my mods like crazy. We are at 13.2 thousand total downloads. I'm so thankful. Thank you guys so much for that. That is incredible. Uh, I'm blown away by that. So thank you so much. The horror mod has increased in popularity to the point of 3,000 downloads on its own. So I am taking initiative here. Hey, look, a crow. Sorry, ADHD kicked in for a second there. I'm taking a little bit to actually make this showcase because a lot of you have had questions about things to do with the lab and Jeff the Killer. So I am going to do a full-on walkthrough with a skippable part sequence at the beginning. I'll put it up here somewhere. That way you can just skip to the section you need time-wise. That way you don't gotta spoil anything if you don't want to or whatever. But I will help you through this. So we're gonna go through this together, one step at a time. It's also a good memory for me because I haven't worked on this in well over a year, I believe. So this is the lab entrance. Also, ew, auto jumps on. Hang on, gotta fix that. There we go. Sarah is here. Like I said in the previous showcase, which if you haven't seen that, I would recommend looking at that. I am going to gear up in full diamond armor just to have it. Actually, I'm just going to gear up in full netherite and make it easier on myself. No point in me making it an absolute struggle, because I am going to try to do this in survival mode just to make it more legit, I guess. I got golden apples, I got steak. It should be good. So I am going to just do this. So this is Sarah. Sarah is the lab entrance person. Hi, my name is Sarah Atkins. I was the supervisor of activities in the Horror Story Laboratory. We maintained SCPs, creepypasta characters, and even cryptids. Things got out of hand, and all personnel have left the area. I do not recommend you go in there. I will, however, leave the key behind if you wish to reopen it. We all quit, so we don't care what anyone else does. We're all gonna die anyway. And she drops the key. Once you get the key, you get the Lab You Say achievement, and then you just right-click on this, and the lab generates. It will override anything behind it. It is a huge structure, so there is that. So just be careful of that when you come across this. Don't build anything near one of these things because it is going to spawn it directly behind it. But when you get here, the first thing you'll notice is this is the power shut-off switch to be used by authorized personnel only, but you're going to be that person. Basically, the entire lab is dark, so shutting the power off here will turn the lobby lights out, but it will enable light access in there. I am not going to get into the lore of anything because that is up to you guys to have and explore. I am just here to help you through this. So basically, to get in, you're going to have to turn off the power switch, which knocks out the power up here. But that does enable you to be able to come through here. Notice how all the power is on back there now, and it is off out here. So in we go. We are now in the giant laboratory, and we get to begin exploring. So this is the lab. The lab is good. You'll notice there's a zombie over there. He just kind of spawned. But you'll notice he was randomly taking damage, and that was because there are broken glass shards on the ground. If anything steps on those, they take damage. Go figure. And there are no lights in here at the moment because the light switch is over here. There's a lot of broken glass through here. I'd really watch your step coming through here. But that turns the power on. And these can be broken by hand, just to get rid of them. But there's a whole bunch of lore here. Again, I'm not going to read it because that is not my job. That is your guys' job to enjoy and have fun with. But there are experts for each category. One was in charge of each section. Upstairs is where you will find the You will find access to the portals. The creepypasta dimension is here. The SCP containment protocol will be there. However, I have not made that yet, so that does not exist. And this, since I didn't label it and I'm dumb, is the Cryptid dimension. This was Sarah's workstation. You have to explore the lab to gain access to the portals. So I'm going to show you how, and each one of these does tell you how to get to it. Oh, I hear creepy crawly. Is that a spider? Please let it be a spider in the vent. It does take a few seconds to crawl through the vent, so I'm going to speed this process up. Okay, in the vent you will find the Cryptid access key. This is what is going to open the Cryptid dimension. Obviously. While I'm crawling through this vent at literal child speed, I would like to take a moment to say if you guys have any ideas, they're always appreciated. I currently have a recommendation to add Entity 303, and I'm actually looked into that, and I'm going to really try to do that. Trying to figure out where I want to add that, but I absolutely want to. Okay, so running around the lab, there are several cells to go into. I modeled toilets and stuff for some reason. My brain said it was an awesome idea. Creepypasta access keycard 3. I believe there are 3 or 4 pieces of the keycard that you need scattered throughout the cells at random. So 1 was in cell 1 in the toilet. Also, this cell has power. Ugh, the creepy crawly of spiders is just, yeah. The women's restroom. I probably shouldn't be in here, but, you know, it's alright. Just turning all these lights on so that way it's not so painful. I'm currently in cell 5. There is the SCP access keycard shard 1 under the bed. Shard number 4 is in cell 6 in the toilet. So we currently have shards 1, 3, and 4. We are currently missing 2. While we're working on finding the keycard, shard number 2, in the cell section, if you go past cell 4 from the main lobby, there's a doorway here that's not labeled. This is a staircase that leads up to the next floor. Up here you will find even more stuff. For example, here's the women's restroom. Hearing a lot of zombs and stuff. Well, there's a creeper in there. Would you imagine that? Well, that was just emerald access, so, you know, that's nice. But yeah, this is just the women's dorms. That's all this is. Nice, cute little area. The break room. Very important. And lights up in the break room. This is the SCP pop machine. For some reason, you gotta right-click on the bottom of the machine. But it's a vending machine. Basically, you put emeralds in, and you get item out. So, for example, if I want this piece of tape, which I'm gonna need to make the key card, I'm going to insert 4 emeralds and push the 2 button labeled tape. And I get tape. I'll probably redo this interface at some point because it is kind of confusing, but it's fine for now. Doesn't hurt anything. Oh, the spider was sleeping in the men's dorms. That's lovely. Just some emeralds scattered about throughout here. And the men's restroom. I'm currently up in the women's restroom. And I see broken SCP access key. So that doesn't currently have a use. I mean, you can combine it with duct tape, I believe, to get the access key. But since there is no SCP dimension currently, it doesn't do anything. Now, the most considerably hard chart to find is number 2, and it is in cell number 3. If you go in, it is not visibly obvious. It's not in the toilet. It is nowhere relatively in the vicinity. Over in the corner, there is a smoker, and in the smoker is access shard number 2. It's just sitting in the top. It's hidden back here in the corner. So yeah, that's that. I believe I need a crafting table to put this thing together. So a little duct tape and all 4 shards will access you the creepypasta key. You'll need another duct tape to do the SCP when that comes out, but that hasn't been released yet. But yeah, that's where all that is. So we now have all the key cards. So let's go to the lab and light these bad boys. Alright, so creepypasta. Boom. I like the little particle effect that it does. You just go in. And we're here. And we spawned in Haunted Woods. Haunted Woods is the biome that is going to host another creepypasta in the future whenever I make that come to life. Which is going to be in the next update as well. But that hasn't been released yet. There is a guide here. It tells you about the creepypastas that currently exist. You're welcome to read any of that. I'm just going to the creative mode for a second. You'll see that skeleton horses, including babies, can spawn here. That's pretty cool. But now that you see the black trees, we are now near 8-Page Park, which is very important. So we are going to cover Slenderman first. There are 8 structures to find with 8 different pages. For anybody who isn't aware of how Slender works, that's Slenderman and the 8 pages. Yeah. So this is the bathroom. Literally, it's just a bathroom. Out of order due to excessive item throwing into toilet. So if I go in here, I'll just put this arrow in my hand. I'll open, put an item in. And that's all you gotta do. And if you go to the other side, you'll see that throwing that item in has opened this door. If I can get in, thank you. And here's one of the pages. And now I have page 8. Now the problem is, every page you have increases the chance that Slenderman will randomly spawn, come at you, attack you, and despawn. So once you have a page, it is crucial to try to find the other 7 as quickly as possible, or put them in a storage container of some sort so that way he doesn't attack you. Oh boy. Oh, that's heckin' spooky. The silo. But if you go up to the top, hit the lever, it opens the silo door, and you can now enter and grab page 2. Spooky. I'm just going to toss those pages. I will give them all back to myself, but if you want a real challenge, try to do this while holding all the pages. Ah, yes, the fountain. The fountain contains a page. It is kind of hidden, but it's here. Page number 6. Everything does kind of blend together a little bit, but that's kind of the point. It's dark, it's eerie, it's hard to tell things apart. There's even just a tree here with a page on it. This is yeah. Literally the only difference is the leaves. That's the only way to tell the difference with this one. So this is page 4. I found 2, 4, 6, and 8. What are the odds? Campsite. If I'm not mistaken, this should be page number 5 inside the tent on the wall.
Correct!
It might even be in your best interest to like have coordinates and know where they're, like, all the structures are, and then go grab the pages very quickly. Like, that might be a good strategy. Ah, yes, the broken shed. Normally this spawns with an iron door here, but it spawned up in the air one, so it's broken, so you can just grab this page. Otherwise, if it spawns with the door, you cannot open it. You have to jump up through here and like hit this lever. You gotta like click it perfectly, and it'll open the door. But it spawned broken, so that one's fine. This is page number 7. And here's the well. So if you swim down in the well, you will get page number 3. So now we are literally only missing page 1. Page 1 can be found inside this little guy here that's not so little. If you remember from the game Slender, there were a bunch of tanks. Like there were a bunch of like oil tanks, old oil tanks in the middle of the woods. Well, here's page 1. But yeah. So the more pages I get, the more ramped up he's going to become. Until I host all 8 of them. And then I lose all 8 of them. And it spawns Slendy Boy. He does have a lot of health though, so I do recommend an enchanted sword to make the process faster. Okay, with him dead, we are in the 8 pages, 1 kill. Yeah, and we got the tentacle. Cool. I believe I go over what all these things do in the previous showcase. If you want to know what all the rewards do, go check that showcase out. But for now, back to our hunting. This biome is very creepy. Scorched Plateau just has a bunch of scorched logs laying around. Recognizing those as just old trees, basically, that no longer exist. You'll get some structures spawning here and there from 8 pages throughout here. But the thing here you're looking for is Jeff's grave. And I will get back to you when I find one. Hey look, a little cottage. Just a cozy little cottage. I won't lie, I totally forgot we added that. Ah, yes. This is the grave I was looking for. You find the grave, you right-click on it, and boom. Once again, don't build near this thing, structure go boom. But this is the school. The school that Emily and I spent over a week making. Front doors only accessible by staff. Please use the back doors or have staff open them for you. So you have to go to the back door to get in. Because this is a fire exit only. The only entry doors are around back. So we're going around back. Oh, grand. That's just great. Hi, buddy. And here we are. I'm going in this full hog survival mode, and we're going to see how spooky this is together. So take a map before exploring. Oh, jeez. Well, yep, no map. Okay. And that's how Jeff spawns. You take a map that actually is a joke. You don't get a map, and it spawns him. And then you get this that says school map, and it says something is off about it. So if you right click on it, it pulls up this little GUI that says try the auditorium. So now we have to explore the school a little bit and try to find the auditorium. Every single locker has an inventory spot to it. There are 100 and some, I believe. Also, I think this kicks the lights on. Oh, yeah. Had a really fun time building this. Because here's the gym. Oh, and these guys spawned inside. Oh, that's the son of a demon cat somewhere. Alright, so we have another bathroom. Not the auditorium, obviously. I turned off the sound of hostile creatures for a moment, just so I could have some peace and quiet. This is the classroom, not the auditorium. Ah, you guys were in the stairs. Makes sense. Claws under the staircase, the nurse's office. Hey, a blood-soaked bandage. Take that. Think that's important for later steps. Also, I will go ahead and unlock the front door. The principal's office. I wasn't expecting to get jumped by a demon cat. I got jump scared by my own mod, guys. That just happened. The cafeteria. My favorite was always the Italian dunkers. Signed, Jeff. But not the auditorium. Let's check upstairs. Auditorium. That way. The lab. There is a lot of cool lore in here as well. So make sure you check that out. Like, there's just kind of hidden things here and there everywhere to read up on, to explore, to check out. Say there's just random things like books past due will be yada yada. Book stuff. Moody Duck by Darl's Chickens. You want to read that, download the mod and check it out yourself. I'm not going to tell you anything about Moody Duck. And we have the history classroom, which is very blank with history, except for the history room does have the stories of all of the current added things. So this will get updated to house books of newly added things. SCPs won't be included in that. It's things that have a specific backstory, like the Slenderman and Bigfoot, Siren Head, and Jet the Killer. The big bosses will have those. Lucifer doesn't have one because he's a hidden boss. But let's go to the auditorium. Let's do this. Let's see. Start the show whenever you're ready. Do not enter, use other door. Okay. Thank you, Demon Cat. I really appreciate all of you. I love the auditorium. I love it, and I love it. Okay. So there's a lever in the corner, and it says start the show. I guess let's start the show. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna stand right in the middle and watch. Intercom. Ahem. If I may have your attention, please. My name is Jeff, and I'd like to tell you my story. I was a young boy who went to this school, and I got bullied a lot for having ADHD. I was always fidgeting. One day I was set on fire, and in my rampage I murdered my bullies, but it was too late. I was burnt beyond repair. I woke up in the hospital, covered in bandages. I could not see, but I felt damp and warm. They told me I could unravel my bandages and they'd release me as soon as possible. I wondered why. I shed my bandages expecting to look better than ever, but I looked horrendous. Scarred, pale, covered in blood even though they tried to wash it off. I snagged a needle and some string and I sewed my mouth into a smile, to appropriate my new appearance. Now I have an unquenchable bloodthirst. I mustn't let my skin dry. You'll do just fine to keep me going. And now, part 2. Spawn. He's a slippery bastard. And mind you, I'm in full netherite armor. You bested me this round, but let's see what happens next time. He's a lot more threatening when you're not wearing netherite. My locker was 097, if you're that eager to see me again. That was fun. Oh, hey. A kitty cat. I'm gonna ignore it. 097. Let's see. 101. 097. Right here. Hey, notes. I wrote this book. But it's about swimming. I'm not going to read about it. Again, lore is your guys' thing. I only read the chat because that pops up. So, swimming. I believe the pool was through the gym. By the way, we 100% designed this school from scratch. There was no reference, there was no nothing. We designed this 110% from scratch. Hey, look, a pool. So to get to the pool, you have to go through the gym. Obviously, the pool is a bit old. That's why it's got some stuff in it. Hasn't been maintained in a while. But I see a book over here. And a skull. Pool note. And another note. Surprise! And it just talks about going to the cafeteria. Also, if you're curious where that fire exit was, it's right here from the pool. You can go outside from here and go back in. It is kind of a shortcut to do that, to go out through here. And then use the front entryway that you unlock to get to the cafeteria, because it's literally right there. You come to the cafeteria. It says that his favorite was Italian Dunkers. If you walk around, you'll notice that the Italian Dunkers are right here. So, don't you dare touch my Italian Dunkers. He's really mad about the Italian Dunkers, man. Ah, you're not bad. I gotta visit the nurse. I need to heal up there. Wait, can you heal the dead? It's worth trying, I guess. I was so disgusted after I peeled the bandages off that I hated myself. I hated myself more than anyone else ever could. More than the bullies, even. After sewing on this fake smile, I didn't feel better. I found out that the only thing that makes me feel better, well, I think you know. The bandage and stuff are all gone from the inventory, so let's finish this. Either you put me out of my misery, or I feel better putting you out of yours. Where? This battle is a lot harder as well if you accidentally hit a demon cat in the midst of it, because then they're all going to be after you. With Jeff dead, you get the achievement Jeff the Killed, and you get his knife. Stab mercilessly, but with caution. I explained that in the other mod. But what happened there was the dialogues kind of uncorrelated a little bit, because I'd already picked up the bandage. You're not supposed to pick up the bandage yet, so it's kind of a find the room you're after and stick to that room. I just kind of explored a little bit to show it off. But the bandage, the Italian Dunkers, and the note all triggered the final event. That's why they're all gone from the inventory, and triggered the dialogue, which kind of overlapped in there a little bit. But that is how Jeff the Killer works. Step 1, try to take a map. Doesn't work. Step 2, go to the auditorium and start the show. Step 3, don't touch his Italian Dunkers for the love of God. And Step 4, go to the nurse's office, pick up the bandage, and enjoy the final bout and get the knife. That is everything on Jeff the Killer. Next, we head to the Cryptid dimension. And I'm going to cheat and just make a quick portal here because, yeah. And you'll notice the moment we get here, there's a bloody Colin Williams, who the lore explains more in depth. Oh my, are you real? How are you here? Did you find my key code? Yes, that's gotta be it. I can finally get out of here. The portal, ah! You want to investigate? Here's everything I've learned. I'm out of here. Tell them I quit. Wait, they already all quit? They left me behind? Oh, they'll pay for that shit. I can use your help when you get back. Come see me when you return to the overworld. Be safe. And the achievement you get for talking to Colin and being here is descend to the cryptid domain. Why are you here? And the guide tells you about the two existing cryptids, which would be Siren Head and Bigfoot. Bigfoot is more evasive, sometimes spawns when a certain stick is stepped on, and when a blood puddle is cleaned up. So, we are currently in Shrouded Woods, which is where Bigfoot can show up. This is a stick. That was a good one. There is a small chance that you could get a bad one. So let's see if I can find a bad stick. Well, anyway, here's a couple sticks. Bigfoot! Perfect. Bigfoot? He was like, no knockback. Bigfoot's probably the easiest one of them to beat just by health alone. But his knockback resistance is probably his hardest trait. And mind you, I'm in full netherite. And down goes Figfoot. Down goes Bigfoot. Defeat Bigfoot after finally finding him, because it is a pain in the butt. Hey, look, a blood puddle. So, it won't work in creative mode, you gotta be in survival. But, you have a 50-50 chance at... Oh, it's even got that sloshy sound to it. Oh, there he is. Oh, boy. Hi, big boy. Oh, I didn't turn the sounds on. I gotta turn the sound on. Hang on. We need the sound. Seems it's his left knee. This is me, netherite sword, hitting its strength 100. Nice. Beating Siren Head will land you the achievement Silence at Last and give you access to Siren Head's head. Now, the best part about Siren Head's head is that you can place it down. It's a cool decoration. You can pick it back up. But if you redstone power it, it'll play the sound. So you can literally play his sound anytime you want. But there you have it. This has been the full showcase of what the horror mod currently entails. 4 main bosses, 1 secret boss, how to access those, how to get to them, where everything is. If I missed anything or if you have any more questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below, as well as any future suggestions for anything new, recommendations toward things that already exist are also always welcome. But thank you guys so much for watching this. If you liked it, hit the like button, show your support. It really helps a lot when you like the video. So if you didn't like it, hit that like button. You want to see more stuff in the future, be sure to subscribe. The button's down there. It's red. It's free. You don't got to pay to subscribe. So hit that button, ring that bell, and stay up to date when I upload next. And until I see all you lovely people in the next video, have a fantastic day. Later, guys.